All right, boys, have a seat. We have a match preview today. Chelsea versus Charlotte. It's going to be a good one. We need to talk about what Thomas Tuchel is going to do in this match and what to be expected from our players. So stick around as we dive deeper into this. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Mike, host of The Upper 90, where we talk about the best team in London and possibly the world, Chelsea. If you agree with that, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below if you have not. I greatly appreciate that. Now, Chelsea had their second preseason match. They looked so-so in the first one, which is about to be expected. Being the first preseason, Thomas Tuchel really changed around his tactics with different players coming in. Pretty much two different squads got to play that match. I expect the same thing to happen against Charlotte this match tonight, which again is going to give Thomas Tuchel a better understanding of different players, especially our two big signings, Koulibaly and Raheem Sterling. I'm looking forward to seeing what these players can bring to the table in this match today. And the reason why I think this match is actually more important than our first preseason and our last one against Arsenal is because Charlotte FC has been playing in their season in the MLS so far. So all their players fully fit, running on all cylinders. Yes, maybe their talent isn't as good as maybe Arsenal or against Chelsea, but still, they have been playing and they have the team chemistry. So this will again give us a better perspective to expect what to see from our defenders, our midfield, and our attacking third, and how Thomas Tuchel can also kind of dictate what he needs to do with his tactics in this match. Now, that being said, looking forward to who Thomas Tuchel starts. Like I mentioned, most likely we'll have two different squads. First half will probably be different than the second half just because, again, he wants to get different players in, see what they're capable of doing, and get a better understanding who should stay at Chelsea for this upcoming season. Now, I think the first half we will start with our better squad, or most likely our starting 11 for the beginning of the season, which means that Mendy will be between the sticks. I don't really need to say much about him. This is, again, it's not too surprising or anything because Mendy needs to get more playing time, get used to be in between the sticks again, and therefore, again, he's going to probably start against Arsenal just again to get more minutes and more reps before the season starts. Yes, Kepa also needs time, but Mendy needs more of it because he will be our starting goalkeeper at the beginning of the season. Now, that being said, though, our defense, I'm really curious to see what Thomas Tuchel does with this. I really hope Thiago Silva and Koulibaly get to play together because I really want to see how these two pair up for our season going into the upcoming season because with their age, it is a little up in the air how well these two players will play. Obviously, Thiago Silva is a little bit older than Koulibaly, but I really want to see how these two pair up along with Trevor Chalobah. I think he deserves to start because, rightfully speaking, I think those are going to be our starting three. Unless we bring in Jules Koundé, that could be a whole different scenario. But currently, with the squad that we have, I think those three players are going to be our starting CBs for the beginning of the season. Now, with that, our wingbacks, Reece James obviously is going to start in this game. He did not start in the last one. I believe Kenny, he may have played the whole game. I can't recall right now, but Kenny did play in that spot. Reece James will get some playing time, which again, I'm looking forward to seeing him start with, again, Trevor Chalobah and the rest of our back line, but also Ben Chilwell. The reason why Ben Chilwell needs to play some more minutes is because, yes, he's fully fit. He's been playing more, but he hasn't got his reps for matches. All the other players have been playing in the season, last season, where Ben Chilwell was hurt and recovering. Yes, he came on as a sub in our last match, but still, he has not gotten the reps that he needs, and I'm still kind of curious to see what this player brings to the table after that big injury. And I think Emerson and maybe Alonso will get some playing time in the second half, but Ben Chilwell needs to start this game because I want to see how Reece James and Ben Chilwell play together, but also see how our whole back line play as one whole unit because, again, that most likely will be our starting five. Now, in the midfield, Conor Gallagher definitely gets to start again. I think he played phenomenal in the first match. He deserves some more playing time, and I think he could really push for a starting position right off the bat as well. I mentioned this in other videos, and I'll mention it again. The guy is an energizer bunny. Just runs and runs and runs all over the pitch and just will not stop at all. And therefore, I'm really curious to see what he brings to the table. I think he'll be paired with Jorginho today in the midfield. Since Conte is not there, obviously. Otherwise, I think Conte would have been the pairing in this match. So therefore, I think this will be a really good option with Conor Gallagher and Jorginho. Obviously, Jorginho will be sitting back a little more. Conor Gallagher will be pushing up and being all over the pitch again. And I really want to see what these two players can do with each other. Now, that being said, our top three, Raheem Sterling is finally going to be starting for us, which I know all of us, all Chelsea fans, and probably non-Chelsea fans, are really curious to see what he's going to bring to the table at Chelsea. had a phenomenal career at Manchester City. Yes, he played for Pep Guardiola. Yes, it was Manchester City, one of the best teams, and so therefore he's probably going to look good no matter what. But I still think he's one of the best players to play in that position, and I really want to see what Thomas Tuchel can do with this player, and therefore, again, I'm looking forward to what he brings to the table. Along with that, Kai Havertz will start up top again. Didn't play too well in the first preseason. Again, first season, I'm not expecting much. Yes, missed a sitter or a close shot. I know some people were upset about that, but again, it's the preseason. Shaking some of that rust off, get it out of your system now before the season starts. And so I'm not too worried about Kai Havertz as of right now. I think he'll start getting on pace, start scoring goals, but today he'll get the start, and I think him and Sterling will link up multiple times, which will look fabulous. And our last player we need to talk about is Mason Mount, who had a wonderful strike in the first preseason game. The guy is just a freak of nature, one of our best players coming from our youth academy, and therefore, again, will most likely start in that right wing position unless we bring someone else, but still, Mason Mount deserves to be in our starting 11 no matter where he's playing. Whether it's in the midfield or out in the wing, I think he's still one of our best players. And as we saw in our last match, he can score from deep. So again, looking forward to what our top 3 players do bring to the table against Charlotte, because this will be a great test for Thomas Tuchel and all our players, because like I mentioned earlier in this video, all their players are going to be fully fit, and obviously they're going to play for a little bit of ego as well because they're playing Chelsea. It's not too often they get to play Chelsea, and therefore if they can beat Chelsea, that will give them a boost for their season. But same thing with Chelsea. They want to go and win all these preseason games because that'll give them a boost from the first game, second game, obviously being Arsenal, into our season where we'll start off with this high standard that we are, again, an elite club that can't really be beat by anyone, maybe Manchester City and Liverpool, but we can keep up with them and therefore be in the title race. So again, this is going to be a big match for Chelsea. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. Comment down below what you think Chelsea will do in this match. Do you think they'll do fairly well? What Thomas Tuchel's tactics will be? What you're looking forward to in this match? I know personally, I'm looking at Raheem Sterling starting for Chelsea. I can't wait to see what this guy does for us in the Premier League. So that is it. If you did like this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And that is it, and I will see you next time.